Get comfortable with English and comfort. This is your English listening practice podcast to help you learn and improve naturally.
Welcome back to English and Comfort, your cozy spot for easy English listening. I'm Mark.
And I'm Leah. How are you doing today, Mark?
I'm doing great, Leah. Ready to jump straight into today's talk?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. Imagine you walk into a big, crowded room. There are many people there talking, and there is a lot of noise.
I can picture that.
You look around, and you see one special person. Everyone wants to talk to this person. Now, notice something very interesting. This person is not always the most beautiful person in the room. They aren't wearing the most expensive clothes, and they are definitely not shouting to get attention.
But when they speak, people listen. When they smile, you feel very good. You just feel warm and safe.
Exactly. You are describing a very beautiful feeling. It is a special warm energy.
And we call this energy charisma. The mission of our talk today is to explore this quiet power of charisma.
I really love that topic. Well, first, let's explain what we mean by charismatic in the first place. What does someone charismatic actually mean?
That's a great starting point. Simply put, being charismatic means having a special charm or a warm energy that naturally draws people to you. It's an energy that makes others feel comfortable, safe, and valued when they are around you.
I use that word a lot. But wait, I am a little confused. When I think of a charismatic person, I usually think of a famous movie star or a famous singer. And they are always the loudest person in the room. Everyone is looking at them standing in the middle of a big crowd. So how can you say charisma is a quiet power? Is it not about being the center of attention?
That is a very common misunderstanding. We see movie stars on television, and we think that is what charisma looks like. We think it means you have to be loud or tell the best jokes, but true charisma is actually the opposite. Being charismatic does not mean you are the center of attention.
Wait, really?
Really, real charisma is not about you. Real charisma is about how you make other people feel.
So it is not about making people look at me. It is about making the other person feel important, heard, and understood.
Yes, exactly. And there is another big myth we need to break today. Many people think charisma is a magic gift. They think you were born with it, like having blue eyes or brown eyes. People say to me all the time, "Well, I am shy. I was not born with charisma, so I can never have it."
I have felt that way before. I look at very confident people and I think they have a secret magic that I do not have.
It is not magic. It is a skill. It is something you learn and practice every single day, just like driving a car. You can learn how to make people feel comfortable, respected, and happy.
That gives me a lot of hope. It means anyone can learn to do this. But if it is a skill, how do we practice it? What is the first step?
The first step is very simple to say, but it is very hard to do. The first step is listening.
Listening. Well, I will be honest, I often fail at this. I want to share a short story about myself. A few years ago, I went to a party and I met a new friend. He was telling me a story about a trip he took to Italy. He was so excited, but I was not really listening to him.
What were you doing instead?
I was waiting for my turn to speak. While he was talking about Italy, I was thinking about my own trip to France. I just wanted him to stop talking so I could tell my story. When he finished, I immediately started talking about France. And he stopped smiling. The warm feeling went away. I ruined the conversation.
Thank you for sharing that because most of the time, people do not really listen. They just wait for their turn. They think about their own stories or what they will eat for dinner. But a charismatic person does something very rare. They do not just listen with their ears, they listen with their whole body.
Listening with your whole body. Let's break that down. What does that actually look like in real life?
Well, it means you focus completely on the other person. You look into their eyes gently. You nod your head up and down to show you understand their words. And you ask questions because you truly want to know the answer. You put your own stories away in your pocket.
So your ears are listening. But what if your ears are listening and your arms are crossed tightly across your chest? The other person will not believe you are listening. Your body must match your ears exactly.
And this brings us to body language. Body language is how we communicate without using words. If you cross your arms and look down at your shoes or look at your phone, you look closed. A charismatic person keeps their arms open. They look at people gently and they share a real relaxed smile.
But why does a smile work so well? Why does it make me feel safe when someone smiles at me?
It works because human bodies naturally copy the people around them exactly like a mirror. If you stand near someone who is very angry and their face is tight, your own face starts to feel tight. But if a charismatic person gives you a true relaxed smile, your body copies that relaxation. Your brain says, this person is happy. I am safe here.
That is fascinating. We're like mirrors for each other. Does this mirror effect happen with our voices too?
It absolutely happens with our voices. Think about when you are very nervous. How do you speak?
Oh, when I feel nervous, my voice gets very high and the words come out so fast. I talk extremely quickly because I want to finish what I'm saying. I feel like I am running a race.
And when you talk very fast, the person listening to you starts to feel rushed too. Their heart might even beat a little faster. But charismatic people do not speak too fast. They speak slowly and calmly.
Because of the mirror effect. If I take slow, deep breaths and I speak slowly, the person listening to me will feel their own body relax. My calm voice helps them find their calm feeling.
Yes, you give them a calm feeling, and there is a special trick you can use with your voice called the pause. When someone asks you a question, do not answer immediately. Take a short moment. Take a small breath. Think before you open your mouth.
A pause can feel very scary, though. Sometimes silence feels bad. We want to fill the silence with noise.
It does feel scary at first, but a small pause is very powerful. It shows deep respect. It tells the other person, your question was very good. I need a moment to think about it. You are not just rushing to speak. You are showing them they are important.
That makes total sense. So your body language makes them feel welcome, your slow voice makes them feel calm, and your pause makes them feel respected. But how do you keep the conversation going?
This is where we must choose our words carefully. We must ask open questions. An open question is a question that you cannot answer with just a simple yes or no.
I like to use a picture in my mind for this. Asking a yes or no question is like throwing a ball at a hard wall. It bounces right back and the game is over. For example, if I ask you, did you have a good weekend? You just say, yes. The ball hits the wall, the conversation stops.
That is a great picture. It stops completely. But asking an open question is like handing the other person the steering wheel of a car. You are letting them drive the conversation to a place they actually want to go.
I love that. Handing them the wheel. Let us try that. Instead of, "Did you have a good weekend?" What should I ask?
You ask, what was the best part of your weekend?
Oh, that is much better. Now they cannot just say yes, they have to tell a story. I might say, "Well, I went to the park with my dog and it was beautiful."
And here's a secret about human beings. People love to talk about things they enjoy. When you ask open questions, you invite them to share their joy. You let them drive the car to a happy place.
That is wonderful. But what if I meet someone and I want to build a real connection with them over time? How do I show them that I truly care?
The most powerful tool for this is remembering small details. Let us imagine a story. You start a new job. You walk into the kitchen at work, and you are very nervous. You meet a man named David. During the talk, David tells you that he loves to drink black coffee.
Just a small detail. But wait, I have a problem with this. I meet 10 new people a week at my job. My brain is too full. I cannot remember everything about everyone.
I understand that. But you do not have to remember everything. You just need to listen closely enough to catch one small detail. So you remember David and his black coffee. The next day, you see David again. You say, "Hi, David. Did you get your black coffee today?"
If I were David, I would feel amazing. But why does that small detail matter so much?
Remembering a small detail is not just about having a good memory. It proves that you were fully present yesterday. It tells David, "You are not invisible to me. I see you. I hear you."
You are not invisible to me. That is so powerful. In a big, busy world, everyone just wants to feel seen. But life is not always just two people. What happens when you are with a group of people, like at a party or a big family dinner? In a group, there is often one person who feels shy. They stand quietly on the outside. You feel very lonely and left out.
A charismatic person looks for the shy person. They notice that lonely feeling. While everyone else is looking at the loudest person, the charismatic person looks at the quiet person. You give them a warm smile and you invite them in gently. You might say, "Sarah, what do you think about this?" Or you can connect people. "Sarah, have you met David? David loves black coffee too."
Making sure everyone feels included shows that you care about the whole group. You choose the energy you bring into a room. Daily life is very busy and people have a lot of stress.
You do not have to be perfectly happy all the time. That is not realistic. We all have bad days. But if you complain less and you try to share nice thoughts, you change the room.
If you try to see the good things, you make the whole room feel a little brighter. People will naturally want to be near your warm and calm feeling. They want to be near the light.
That is very true. But there is one final, very important rule about this light. To be truly charismatic, you must be real. You must be genuine.
What does it mean to be real?
It means you do not pretend to be perfect. Sometimes we think we need to look perfect and sound perfect for people to like us. But perfect people are actually very hard to talk to. Because we know we are not perfect. When we stand next to someone who seems perfect, we feel like we are failing. We get very stiff and we cannot relax.
I completely understand that. So how do we show we are real?
You let yourself make mistakes. Imagine you are talking to someone and you are trying to be very serious and impressive. Suddenly you drop your pen on the floor. It rolls under the table.
Oh no. If I were trying to be perfect, I would feel angry and embarrassed. My face would turn red.
But a real charismatic person will just smile and laugh at themselves. They will bend down, pick up the pen and say, "Oops, I am a little clumsy today. My hands are not working."
When you do that, you drop the idea of being perfect. You give the other person permission to relax. You are saying, I am human. I make mistakes. You are human too. It is okay.
Exactly. People love genuine, relaxed people. Charisma is not about performing on a stage, it is simply about true human connection.
This has been such a wonderful conversation. We have learned so much about how to make others feel good. Before we look at our vocabulary, let's review what we talked about today. Being charismatic is actually a very simple skill you can practice everywhere, every day. It is not about making people look at you. It is about giving your warm, sincere attention to others.
Yes, it is about listening well with your whole body. It is about handing them the steering wheel by asking open questions. It is about remembering small details so people do not feel invisible. And most importantly, it is about being real and making people feel safe.
When you practice these simple things, you bring a bright, welcoming light to every conversation you have.
Now let us take a moment to look at some of the English words we use today.
Perfect. The first word is our main topic today, charismatic. It is an adjective.
Charismatic means having a special charm or a warm energy that makes people feel safe and want to listen to you. For example, the new manager was very charismatic. She smiled warmly, and all the employees felt comfortable talking to her.
Attention.
Attention means looking at or listening carefully to someone. You are giving them your full focus. You are not looking at your phone, for example. A true friend gives you their full attention when you tell a story.
And then we have the phrase, center of attention. That is the person that everyone is looking at or listening to in a room.
Remember our big lesson today? You do not need to be the center of attention to be a charismatic person. True power is quiet.
Our fourth word is myth.
A myth is an idea or a story that many people believe, but it is not actually true. For example, it is a common myth that you have to be loud to have charisma.
Our fifth phrase is left out. You can use this to describe a sad feeling of being forgotten. It means you are not included in a group, activity, or conversation.
Yes. Here's how to use it. When I started my new school, I did not know anyone. I felt very left out until a nice boy invited me to sit with him.
Our sixth word is connection.
A connection is a feeling of understanding. It is a feeling of being close to another person. It is what happens when two people truly listen to each other. For example, we talked about our favorite books for an hour and we made a strong connection.
Our seventh phrase is body language. This is a noun. It means how you show your feelings through your body. It is the way you sit, the way you stand, the way you move, and the way you look.
Words are spoken with the mouth, but the body speaks too. Crossing your arms shows closed body language, but a gentle smile shows open body language.
Our eighth word is sincere. This is an adjective.
Sincere means true. It means coming from the heart. It is the opposite of fake. For example, she gave me a sincere apology. She looked me in the eyes and I knew she was truly sorry.
And finally, we have genuine. This is also an adjective.
Genuine means real and honest. It is very similar to sincere. When you are genuine, you do not pretend to be perfect. For example, his laugh was so genuine that it made everyone else in the room start laughing too.
Try to practice using these words this week. Talk slowly and use your new vocabulary. To bring our talk to a close, we have a simple question for you. Who is the most charismatic person you know? and what makes them so special? Let us know down in the comments.
We would love to read your answers. Please share and like the video if you found it helpful.
And be sure to subscribe to English in Comfort for more English listening practice, interesting topics, and conversations. Keep practicing, keep improving, and take care, everyone.